Hi there, welcome to a Vidahost video tutorial. Today we're extending our series on databases and looking at how we can export a database from one server and import it onto our Vidahost web hosting. Databases are an integral part of modern hosting. It means that we can update a site in one go across several pages using blogs or content management systems rather than having to edit individual static pages. We've looked previously at how we create databases and also Fantastico, which will quickly allow you to install blogs and content management systems without having to worry about this. However, if you're looking at transferring a database from an old server, for instance if you've got a blog on a different hosting and you're looking to transfer to a new host, this will be really helpful. So previously we focused on this MySQL databases tab. The first thing to point out is that we have to create a database if we want to import anything into it. So, if you have a look through our videos, you'll see the database one, and that will talk you through how to create it and add a user to it. Once we've done this, we'll then go back to the Vidahost cPanel and back into myPHPAdmin. Now myPHPAdmin looks like this. It's not very pretty, but it's very powerful. However, most of the time, we're only going to be looking at importing and exporting, and we're going to let our blog or content management system deal with the tables. So here's sample one, which I created in the previous tutorial. I'm going to click on it, and you'll notice it's completely empty. Compare this to my hosting, where I've got a load of different databases. So I'm going to be exporting all and importing it into the Vidahost. So what you'll notice here is a load of tables. Now this is running a content management system called Indexibit, which is aimed at photographers. So all of these things contain different amounts of information. For instance, the media table contains all the media. And we've got the structure of it here, that is the information at the top of the table, and then the information itself, under Browse. You'll notice that this doesn't have any rows in it, so we can't access it. But what is important is how to export it. Now most of the time you can leave adding information and editing information to your content management system or blog. The export button here is the one we're going to be dealing with in this tutorial. We simply click it, and you'll notice here there are lots of different ways to export it. We're going to be exporting it as SQL, but it's worth noting that maybe if you're having problems with your database and you want to quickly edit it and then import it in something you're familiar with, you can export it as Excel, for instance, and then open it up in Excel, edit the database like that, and then re-import it. However, we're just going to click SQL, we're going to save the database as a file. Now this will just save it as a name of the database, so __db__, we'll export it as ball, or whatever your database is called. I'm going to click go here. All these default options are fine, and we'll see here that it's just downloaded. So I'm going to go back into Caracas, which is the host that I use on Vidahost, and I'm just going to hit the import tab. It's going to ask me to choose where the file is, and I'm going to go to my downloads, and there we go, ball SQL. I'm going to select that, and it's automatically noticed that it's an SQL database. I'm going to click go, and suddenly all of these files from my old host are in the new one. Now as long as on the FTP side of things I've edited the configuration to reflect the new database name and user, you should be able to simply copy across all the files and get up and running really simply. I hope that was helpful, and we'll be looking at databases more in this series, so do check back.